Hello everyone, and welcome back to Graveyard Keeper. We've got a few things to get done in this episode, hopefully. Anyway, first thing we're gonna do is set up that other, what's it called again? These thingamadoobies here. So let's go find some sticks real quick. Again, like I've completely forgotten what we were working on last time. I have a vague sense we were working on our little farm patch. As well as, you know, the long-term goal of getting that circular saw, and we've got all these quests to do to eventually find our way back home. I don't want to progress too quickly through the sort of main story, because I know the game is obviously far from finished, and I'm not entirely sure exactly how far the game's going to let us get, and I'd hate to hit that point so early when there's still so much other stuff we can be doing, right? So we'll get there in time. But for now, we're gonna carry on just doing bits and bobs here, exploring all the mechanics, and I believe that's the way to the town. At the minute we're just looking for sticks. That's a full tree. Yeah, here's some. Right, that's just... we came a long way looking for sticks. So I guess while we're here we might as well just turf all these up, because we're inevitably going to need some more. But that's the 20 we're going to need. How much money do we have? 3.5, that's not very good at all. So I guess, but we got what we need. We got what we came for. So let's just head on home and set up our new compost heap. Do we need to talk to the Inquisitor about anything? I believe I gave him the firewood. The next thing is the flyers, which I believe we can make ourselves eventually. Probably under book writing. Yeah, we'll need to set up a printing press. That's a ways away. But we can do it. We can definitely do it. I haven't toyed with the book writing at all. I know you can. There's various perks that'll give you access to different stories and stuff for doing things. But as for putting those into a book, I've never done that. So let's build our third compost heap. There we go. And we'll whack them with a shovel for a bit, and that's that. So we are just swamped with put the sticks in there just because we're gonna need them for another one later, I imagine. We are at the minute waiting for these to finish growing so that we can plant en masse. Is there anything we really need to be doing right now? Well, really we just need the red science. We might as well get the place all ready to grow, right? Ready to plant, because we are gonna be able to fill this yard really quickly. Because I think we have enough seeds to fill it already, to be honest. I sort of went a little overboard with the seed purchasing previously. But man, we got more than enough. We'll just fill it all up right here. And eventually maybe we'll get those onions we need for the merchant. I'm not sure how profitable that venture is gonna end up being, but hopefully we'll make a bit of money on that to supplement our gravedigger income. Oh, berries. No, I saw those, don't worry, I'll get right on that shortly. So I'll probably just try and wear myself out a little bit doing this. We'll grab those berries, and we'll head to bed tonight. And then we'll figure out what we're doing tomorrow. Hopefully these, oh, I think they're done. The wheat doesn't seem to be done though, but that might just be because I planted it last, perhaps. But these two certainly seem to be finished. Shame we don't get any XP for this, but no, they don't seem to be quite done just yet. Oh, was that you being finished off? Yes, it was. You're not quite there though. There we go. Okay, so as I said, I'm gonna harvest them all at the same time for the sake of simplicity. Oh, there goes the wheat, and I assume the carrots will be any moment now. And our peat is also ready to go. So I think we should have enough crop waste once we harvest these to fill up all 3 compost heaps. I wonder if you just leave it in the farm, whether they'll rot and form more waste plant matter. Because that seems like a good way to sort of gain a bunch of extra peat if you got more crops than you can use. I'm gonna have to head to bed soon. Alright, let's harvest this lot real quick, so it's not sitting in the yard overnight. And that'll be that. Okay, cool. Right, so waste plant matter. Waste plant matter. No, we don't have quite enough. That's unfortunate. Alrighty then. We'll put these back in there. And I'm gonna head to bed just to make the best use of the little bit of night we have left. So there's really not much of it left. We sort of worked through the night a little bit there, but that'll be fine. We'll get most of the way through before it's too bright outside to sleep. Any moment now we'll hit that wall. There it goes. It's down to 2 and 1. And then we'll sleep the day again, away again, and that's that. Yep, see, it's almost dusk again. And that's why it's not worth sleeping through the night. Sleeping through the day, because by the time your energy is full, it's practically night again anyway. You just as well have head to bed early. My shovel is broken. Well, it was gonna happen eventually, so let's go top that up. Probably check to see if the other ones need to be done as well at the same time. Well, no, not just yet. We'll probably try and remember to fix our pickaxe before we go mining coal, because I know we do need to do that. But then that's pretty boring. We will do that off camera in between episodes, if I remember. Then again, this might be boring as well, but I don't know. It's kind of different though, right? I mean, at least you do a few different things, whereas with the coal you just sort of stand in one place hitting a rock over and over and over again ad infinitum, or at least until you get bored. Whereas here, you know, we're planting crops, we're making peat, and I'm sure he's very grateful. Haha. Alright, so that's that. Let's... How much peat have we got? 24? Yeah. So what are these? Can you do? Does that do anything? No, it just looks like that means we've given it a copper time and quality increase. Let me plant these on a few, and then I'll see what happens if you throw a few onto one, because I've noticed you seem able to add more than one to it, right? So perhaps if you really wanted to, you could just sort of heap peat onto it, and then perhaps eventually it would, you know, like double up and it'll go up to silver upgrades or something. I don't know. Maybe. We'll try it out, right? I mean, it's peat. So probably try and have at least an equal amount of each one. I'm probably only going to plant the versions with peat on it, because it seems like the most efficient way to use our potentially limited supply of seeds. Yeah, we'll have one more here, and then we'll have one more here, and that's the best we could do in terms of spreading it out evenly. Right, so I'm going to draw off, so I'm going to take my own advice and head straight back to bed, just so we don't get in that awkward loop of sleeping through the day again, because it's a hard cycle to break. So we should be up at the crack of dawn like this. There you go, look at that. It's still dark out, I bet. There we go. Yeah. Do it, there we go. So now we can start planting. We'll probably do wheat over here. We'll go with, yeah, we'll do wheat. I wish you could just hold them in your hand and just click, rather than having to drill down through these menus all the time. Conveniently though, it looks like, because we use 4 on each one, we've got just about the right number, it seems. Yeah, like we should have just enough seeds to fill in all of the peat slots. There we go. Almost exactly. Wow. And that's that. Okay, so now we'll do carrots. And I think we got a few extra blocks of peat over there, so... But nope, it looks like I bought exactly the right amount of seeds. So let's grab our science point right there, and you'll just be chased around the yard by Pete. Alright, so that's that. There's not really much else for us to do here. Right, so we'll head off now that this is growing. Let's start working towards some things and really trying to earn some of that red science. We need an awful lot of it to progress properly. We have... I suppose we could go for the gardening perk and select good seeds and harvest a better crop, but it would be nice because that's what we're doing a lot of right now, but we have limited blue science. So what do we really need? We need this, that's 10, that's 30. This would be nice, but it's not really necessary. But yeah, so that's 10, that's 30, and then back here we need 40, 50. Okay, yeah, so we can spend 5 points safely. Moths and butterflies and bees and such, I don't know what use they are. Probably as bait, I imagine, because fishing is a mechanic in the game. What can we get for 5 points? Anything? I'm sure I saw something around here for 5 points. We got writing supplies. That guy wanted ink and paper. Or a writing desk. Nah. Ah, this is worth doing. Let's get church benches so we can improve the church and get more people in to visit. Now, I can't remember exactly what we're going to need for that. I believe it's going to take planks. So we should probably start refining some planks ready to get that ready for sloth tomorrow. No, that's pride. Ugh, so hard to remember. So many sins. Anyway, yeah, today is sloth, and tomorrow is pride. And that's why we want to try and get some improved benches on the go, ready for then. So let me check my stock. Fair amount of, well, most things, to be honest, we're doing quite well. How are we doing on the iron ingot? I think we got a decent amount. We really need that coal, though. I'll keep the smelting to a minimum in this episode, because I'll mine coal off camera, so I can mine out a massive chunk of it. I'll probably spend like an entire day just hacking away. Let's go find out. Tell you what, rather than speculating, let's find out exactly what we need to build those benches. Oh, well, okay, I guess we'll do that later. Well, actually, this is quite convenient, because this means we're heading over anyway. Look at that. My subconscious corpse senses are tingling. Oh, it's a good one. It's a doozy. Alright. Terribly unfortunate for you, old chap, but absolutely amazing for the graveyard. Look at that. It's a 6-skull corpse. Amazing. Just great. You are going to have a very pretty grave, sir. Or madam, I suppose, because you can't really tell through this burlap sack that someone's been ceremoniously thrown over you. Alright, so there we are. We'll put you in right here, right amongst the all the nice graves in this part of town. There we are. Still only 0 quality. I'm not entirely sure what governs whether or not it gets a +1 to begin with. I'm not entirely sure. What are we gonna need? We're gonna need 8 planks and 8 nails. Okay. So, I think we have enough room for 3 on each side. So that's in total, a total of 48 planks and 48 nails. But then we subtract the ones we have already done. So that's 32 planks and 32 nails because we've already got 2 benches. Either way, that's a good sort of good point to be looking at to begin with, even if that's not all of them, right? So we are going to need flitches and lots of them. We're working through the night again. Let's head to bed. We'll probably head over, build those benches, do our sermon, and then we'll come back and see about doing pardon me, and see about doing a few more of those benches ready for next time. So let's just make sure we have enough to build at least 2 benches to begin with. Alright, so how many do we have? We got enough. Just gonna need 8 more nails, and I believe we should be able to get that pretty easily, maybe even from 1 ingot. Yeah, there you go, look at that. Spot on. Perfect. Let's grab our... drop off those flitches as well. And nails. There we go. And then we'll head in here and throw that bowl in there, because I keep forgetting to see if anyone will buy it off me. I get the feeling they probably won't. I don't think that's how this game works. Not many things can actually be sold For a profit, anyway. Did I pick up everything? Yeah, I did. Yeah, okay. Pardon me. Keep walking into things. Alright, so we have just a stellar graveyard right now. 24 quality. Amazing. Truly the envy of all the local dead folk. Church bench. Yeah, I was right. Okay, so we just got about 4. Looks like it's not going to need any assembly, so that's nice. Which brings us up to 7, which will give us a nice 70% chance of success, as opposed to the old toss-a coin 50. So I'm hoping we might be able to successfully pull that off, get a few extra faith, a few extra coins. Maybe we should unlock another prayer at some point as well. Either way, look at this. Our flock grows. We're up to a good 6 people now. Our church, great. The best church. Nice. Thanks, Jeff. Jeff comes to every sermon. He's a real yes man. He loves it. Alright, so how are we feeling today? Hey, cool. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you are right. And that's 4 faith. There we go. See, those benches, they really inspire faith. And the people loved the sermon. What are they going to throw in that box for us? Not the best we've had, but there's more of them this time, so that probably makes a difference. Okay, so we got some faith for some more studies downstairs. And that'll no doubt help us with our research efforts. So, I am going to go ahead and drop these off. Not the planks. We'll drop those off in there. Now let's head back. We'll make sure to get the stuff ready for the next 2 benches. But I also want to check on the field on the way back, so let's have a quick look. Yeah, nowhere near done. We've passed like 2 days, I think, sleeping through them, but yeah, so we have 0 nails right now. We should have the ingots to craft, assuming we can consistently get 8 from each ingot, which it looks like we do. We should be able to just craft 2 more. There you go. That's getting us again. This is taking up our red science. Working towards our final goals. That's 1 plank and 6 flitches, so that's 7 total. And then this will bring us up to 13, and then 1 more log worth of flitches will bring us to our goal. Well, slightly surpassing our goal, but you know, that's good enough for me. We'll just, may as well, since it's just turning night now, we might as well spend the rest of our energy. Not quite gonna get there. We have nothing to eat either, so I guess we'll just head to bed now. Alright, very nice. Very nice. Productive days. Things are going very well. Pride has come and gone. On to next week. I view Pride as the start of the week for some reason. I suppose, technically, if we're going for like real life comparisons, it's probably the equivalent of a Sunday, right? Of the holy day of rest and sermons. Maybe it's Sunday and Monday rolled into one, because there's only 6 days in the week here. Alright, so that's 18. Perfect. So now we'll process all these into planks. I really wish you could do multiple at once. Maybe you can with an upgraded workbench. I don't think I ever got around to building that before. Either way, planks are pretty quick to produce, and every single one gives us another red point. That's 50 red. We should be able to afford something now. We'll just process all the flitches into planks. Planks are more useful than flitches, although flitches are also used for some things that planks cannot be used for, so yeah, it's always useful to keep some around. How many do we have? That'll do. You know what, I'm not going to waste the rest of my day doing that, when I can save those flitches, save my energy, because as I said, we'll need those flitches for something. Plus we should have just enough energy to bury a corpse if we need to. Failing that, there's always the river, and this will bring us up to a good 90% chance of success, perhaps earning us some extra faith along the way as well. There we go. What? I counted wrong, didn't I? I must have, so it looks like I brought 13 planks. Did I leave some at home? Because I could have sworn. Alright, well, let's be honest right here. I have a track record of forgetting things, so chances are I just miscounted. since I have both a track record of being forgetful and terrible at mathematics. Yeah, so I guess we'll just carry on and turn the rest of them into planks as well. There we go. Really wish there was a quicker way to do this. Not necessarily quicker, I suppose, because it's pretty quick. It's not exactly wasting time, is it? So that brought us up to 8. Okay. And then we'll throw those in there. And then that is definitely what we need for the final bench. Fantastic. And that'll be about as good as we can get our church without more advanced faith tech. For example, candles and incense burners and confessionals, I suppose is the word. There we go. Confession booths. We got space for candles up here and here, here. Space for all sorts of stuff. I wonder if eventually you'll be able to actually hold confession as the prior of the church. Because you can build the booth, but I think it doesn't really do anything at the minute. It just sort of raises the quality of your church, which is all great and all, but you know, would be nice to actually have a use. So, this is probably what I'm going to get first, right? We can afford to get it now, so let's get that and work on upgrading our furnace. Do we do it through here? Yeah. So we're going to need 7 complex iron parts. And that means we cannot do it without doing further refining. Alright. Unless, how many simple iron parts do we have? We do have enough, but we just straight up do not have the ingots. That is a darned shame. Oh well, maybe I'll start making another gravestone, because we got a lot of unstoned graves. So we'll spend the last of our energy on that and head back inside. Maybe get a couple more gravestones, keep ticking that up so we earn some more profits every pride. Thus passes another day. We should really check on the garden soon, see how our crops are getting along. They should be growing a little faster than they did before, with the addition of that extra rich peat. Alright, so let's just finish this off so we get the tech we're after. There it is, a little explosion of red points. And let's see how we're doing. Very good, very, very good. Looks like we'll probably need another... Pardon me. Sorry about that. Alright, we'll probably need another day, probably. Judging on our past experience with those ones before, we'll probably need about 1 more day. They both add the same, they both take the same. Let's just make some grave fences as well. Why not? Just give us red science as well. Yes, but not nearly as many. Huh. So I'll just do that again. And just because I'm sort of trying to power farm some nice red science real fast, we'll head back to bed, take advantage of the early morning to get our energy back. We will sleep through much of the day, but we're not really doing anything that requires a specific day at the minute anyway. We're just sort of trying to gradually improve things. It's barely even worth sleeping at this point. It just takes so long. We may as well just get up half refreshed, finish off what we were doing, and head back to bed at night. There we are. Okay. And we're about ready to harvest as well. Perfect. We got 3 wheat seeds, so we're still losing some, but not nearly as many. Oh, we got 4 from that one, so it looks so occasionally we get enough. So if we build even better fertilizers, one imagines we'll get 4 consistently, or even perhaps sometimes more than 4, which is great. Alright, so that works then. This seems like it grew really fast as well. Took what, like 3 days? Not bad. I wish I could grow food in 3 days. Okay, so we'll just do our carrots. Oh, there's a body as well. That's kind of inconvenient timing, but I suppose we got all this produce we can chow down on to power us through the long night. There's a lot of crop waste as well. Can't even pick it all up. Alright. Let's... Wow, yeah. No kidding, is that a lot? Let's process it all as fast as we can. Wow, we've filled that up. Oh boy. We don't have any maggots. We'll probably take this water. And that's that. Okay, we'll just... I suppose we'll hang on to the water now. For now, it's not doing anything, right? So... if we have to, we can just destroy it and get another bucket. It's not exactly a major issue. It only takes like 3 energy anyways. So let's inspect our friend here. Oh, another spot on corpse. We are going to have to stop for a quick lunch break by the looks of it. I put all my food away. Oops. Alright, raise a hand if you saw me do that and was like, uh-oh, you're a gubbin. Or even more unsavory words. Well, luckily it's just over here. So, what do you want? Carrot? Whole stack of carrots? Yeah, see, carrots, night vision. Yeah, so that's that. Nice and topped up. Hopefully we can get this over and done with in time to go back to sleep and not sleep the day away again. It's so easy to get caught up in all the things you have to do in this game. The main sort of thing that makes you hustle, in my experience though, is the corpses, because obviously pretty much everything else will wait for you, you know? Like, even if you miss an appointment with someone like Pride or whatever for the sermons and things, they always come back around. I mean, a week is a short time in this game, they always come back. But the corpses, once they're rot, they're gone. You can't unrot them. Which, you know, I suppose at the end of the day you will get another one fairly soon, but that's a poor way of looking at it in my opinion. Ideally, you don't want to be wasting them, right? There's no need, especially when they're that high quality. Makes a big difference in the long run. All these little -1s are basically directly chipping away at your income as the prior. Alright, so that's that. Another day passes. So I think we'll end this episode right here so that I can go harvest some more coal and get everything ready for the upgrade to our furnace, which I have a feeling will probably help us in earning red science a lot quicker as well. I'm not sure if refining ore gives you that, but in any case, thank you all very much for joining me, and I do hope to see you next time.